We are back, baby. You know what? One of the most beautiful things in CrossFit is the community. But I think a lot of people have what that means all wrong. Let's freaking riff, baby. Welcome back. Welcome back to Scott. Welcome back to Scott Riffs. Where has CrossFit missed the mark? And I want you to listen closely because she does something very tricky here that really pissed me off. You are not presenting accurate facts. You are manipulating what you're presenting to suck people into your narrative. CrossFit takes note or gets out of the way. One or the other, because this train's moving forward because of people like you. I'm too much of an alpha at times to want to conform too much. And I would rather be all of me. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Scott Riffs. We are back. And I'm going to try to do these every week. May not be long, maybe a short one, but we're riffing every week because I got stuff to say. This week, what I want to get into is the CrossFit community. It is touted all the time about the CrossFit community and how it supports one another, what it is to be a part of that community, how it works to help each other out. But you know what? It isn't. It doesn't give us a voice in what CrossFit ends up doing. And I want to explain that. I started CrossFit back in 2011. The gym I started at was very small, 15, 20 members, 1,000 square feet. And that gym ended up growing and growing to a point where it needed a bigger space. And then it needed a bigger space. And now it's in its fourth location because it kept growing and growing. And as we moved, the community came together to move that gym to the next location, to clean up the building that they were renting or buying, and then setting up the rig, setting up the equipment, moving everything, cleaning, all of those things. We did that as a community. But where the line got crossed in that community is all those people that helped felt like they had ownership in what that gym could or couldn't do because they helped, because they were there at the beginning. And I fell into this. I fell into this big. I was a coach in that gym. I ran their website. I did their podcast. I did a lot of things for them. And it made me feel like I had a say in how that gym did business. You know what I didn't do? I didn't pay any of the bills. I didn't make the final decisions on what was going on. And it actually took a long time and actually some therapy for me to understand that my role in that gym was as an employee at most, as an athlete coming in to get a workout, probably more like it. And really the ownerships, they're the ones with all the stress. They're the ones with all the anxiety, and they're the ones that are paying the bills. And what I want to use that analogy for is I think it is crossed over into the CrossFit ecosystem. You know, I started in 2011. It was very early on in the CrossFit space. And I think people believe that as they are moving through, as CrossFit grows and grows and grows, that we are entitled, as Bruce is putting it in the chat, to have an opinion on how things are done at CrossFit, that we get a say as to how it's designed, how the games are run, whether it should do this or do that. Sure, we're entitled to an opinion, but we really don't get a say as to what is going on. CrossFit is a privately owned company, and they can do whatever they want with that company. They're the ones paying the bills. And I know there's a board and there's an equity firm that is paid into this, but they're the ones that get to make the decisions. They're the ones that have their money behind this whole thing, and they're the ones that are looking at all the information. The one thing that I learned in grad school is, as a business major, is if a company is private, getting information on how things are going with that company is nearly an impossibility. All that is private. It is not out there for the public to see. Um, and so uh, it's impossible for us to even make decisions because we don't know. All we get are press conferences with Don Fall saying, "Hey, the games make money. Hey, the open makes money." It's the stuff in between that we're trying to figure out. Don't know if that's true. Don't know if that's false. We don't see the books to know if any of that is factual. All we can do is take him at his word. And in the end, he's not even required to tell us that much, right? It's just that there's this entitlement in the overall community that because we've been here since the beginning, that we should know what's going on, that CrossFit should be more transparent with us. They should tell us what's happening. All of these things, right? And we are entitled to none of that. All we're entitled to is to have, we pay a membership, we go to a gym, we're entitled to have an hour a day to work out, maybe more if the gym allows that. Um, but that's it. If we pay a ticket to the CrossFit Games, we're entitled to go, we're entitled to watch and cheer on our favorite athlete. But as to how they're running the business, the most we have is to be a customer of CrossFit to say, and not that customers don't have a say. You can be vocal and they can make decisions based on the customers' reactions to things. But we don't have a say to like speak to them directly and they should do this, they should do that. I know in the media world, we've got to fill space, we've got to fill time. And so we do that kind of for fun. But at the end of the day, CrossFit has no requirement to listen to us um, in any of these matters. Um, and so that's really my riff. It kind of, as I've learned more through my process of kind of figuring things out on my own, it's something that really does kind of disturb me that there are a lot of people that have their say, that have what they want to do with CrossFit. But at the end of the day, the we don't even know the books, we don't even know the information behind the decisions, and we only get what they want to tell us. And so that's all I really had to say today. These, like I said, going forward, we're going to do these weekly. They may be short, they may be long, depending on what's going on, depending on the comments. They're always going to be live. They're always going to be my opinions, and they're open for your comments. And I'm willing to take those, whether in the comments now or in the comments later on a replay. But that's the riff for today. CrossFit doesn't care what we think. CrossFit, we don't pay the bills. We don't do any of that stuff. They don't really care what we think. The only way they care is through our being a customer and our feedback as a customer only. Some funny things in here. Damien, yeah, as a member of a gym, you are entitled to clean up your sweaty mess. Yes, please do that. Nobody wants to slip and slide in someone else's sweat. Tomas Radnai, CrossFit doesn't grow, especially if they want to recoup 200M. Get ready for the shrinkage. Kenneth says, I don't know. Seems like they have been listening and making changes lately. I think, sure, they've made changes. I don't know if those changes are based on anything we have to say. I'm sure they have data and stuff behind this. I hope they do. Nick says, damn it, Scott, I like my pitchfork and torch. I'm not saying you can't say it. You're more entitled. You are entitled to say whatever's on your mind. I'm just saying that CrossFit doesn't have to listen to us. We do not pay the bills. And Bruce says they care about the money. They do. That is what this is about. It's a business, right? They're trying to make money. Kenneth says they brought back ESPN, kind of brought back behind the scenes. Sure, they did. And I'm not saying they're not making good decisions or bad decisions or whatever. I'm just saying they don't really have to listen to us. That's all. LDY 2742. I won't have to spend that Madison Club next year. There you go. Damien says, meme lords do what they want anyway. Of course they do. And we wouldn't have it any other way. And Holly says they should. We have really great ideas sometimes. And again, I'm not saying that they don't, right? Let's be honest. Some of that title was a little bit of clickbait. They may listen to us. They just don't have to, right? And what I'm trying to make the point of is I think that there is a group of OGs, and I was probably one of them, that felt because we were OGs, we have a say in how the business should be run. And we get upset when they don't listen to us. I'm just saying they can, or they can choose not to. It's up to them. But they really don't have to. There's nothing that says they have to listen to us. Kenneth says, I identify as a donut lord. I actually identify as a chicken wing lord. Tomas says, Castro already said there will be big changes next year that won't be popular. And they have the data behind it, hopefully, that back those decisions. But again, at the end of the day, they don't have to listen to us. They don't have to make popular decisions. They get to make whatever decisions they want. They are a private company. You are welcome, Bruce. I like to please you instead of set you up to push my buttons. So glad you're getting a nice walk to the gym. Not working out in the backyard today or your storage facility. And then Wad Zombie says next season more cuts than a Buttery Bros video. Oh, that was good. That was good. No, I think we know what the big decisions are next year. They are going to scale back what is going to be at the CrossFit Games. Again, I have opinions, but it doesn't really matter. Bruce, we've seen each other a couple times now. Doggone it, we should have got a picture. All right. Well, with that, guys, short riff tonight. Just sitting in here in about 14 minutes. I will let you all go back to your day. Good luck on the workout, Bruce. Kick some ass. And we will see everybody next time on Scott Riffs. Good to be back, everybody. See you next week.